Coming up next, the teams, the tackles, the touchdowns. You've got a seat on the 50-yard line for all the gridiron action when HBO goes inside the NFL. Next.
Multiple stab wounds. The wounds are jagged. The blade must have some kind of serration.
You think I killed my wife? Prove it.
Jeff Bridges is the defendant whose charm could conceal a cold-blooded killer.
I want you to look as though your life has been shattered.
My life has been shattered.
Glenn Close, the defense counsel whose professional concern leads to personal involvement.
Is he psychopathic? No. But he's manipulative.
He is an Iceman.
And Peter Coyote, the prosecutor whose ambitions rest on the verdict.
Really think he could have done that to his own wife?
You murder your wife to take all the money? That is the oldest crime in the world.
He didn't do it.
Yeah? Is that your head talking or another part of your anatomy?
What was your relationship?
He was my lover.
I had an affair with somebody. That doesn't mean I killed my wife.
Jagged Edge. Tomorrow on HBO. From the director of Poltergeist comes a terrifying tale of vampires from beyond. A space mission is drawn to an alien presence.
They look like bats. Giant bats.
They discover 3 humanoids of unknown origin and bring them back to Earth. They can't be reasoned with.
She did that.
They can't be destroyed, and they can never be satisfied.
That girl was no girl. She's totally alien to this planet and our life form. Totally dangerous.
What do you want from me?
I love you.
Steve Railsback. Peter Firth.
Colonel Kane, SAS. I'm crossing the river.
You don't want to go in there, sir?
I know I don't.
Lifeforce. Tomorrow on HBO.
Her name is Angel. 4 years ago, she walked the streets of Hollywood. Today, she's graduating college.
When I was hustling the streets, I hated cops, even you.
But when the cop who changed her life is murdered...
The last thing Andrew said before he died was Angel.
Angel's back on the boulevard with a vengeance.
I'm looking for Andrew's killer.
The cops won't help her.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
You were doing your job. I wouldn't have to.
The mob wants her dead. The only ones she can turn to are the street people. Together, they're the most unexpected.
At this point, you pull the trigger.
Crime-fighting force Hollywood has ever seen. Avenging Angel.
When you get to hell, tell him an angel sent you.
Monday on HBO.
They're watching. They're listening.
Surveillance does it all.
Modern surveillance techniques have revolutionized police work, but do only criminals have something to fear?
Anybody can walk in and buy it over the counter without question.
It means to me that we don't have privacy anymore.
How public are our private lives? What happens if lie detectors lie? Find out when America Undercover presents Surveillance, No Place to Hide. Premieres Tuesday on HBO.
An embassy under siege.
If our deadline isn't met, then we all die. Shut up! All hostages, all of us, and probably even some of you.
But this time, a top-secret fighting force is ready.
They won't move until you kill someone.
Their orders, liberate the embassy. And take no prisoners.
I think one of the hostages has just been killed.
There's no turning back now.
When all else fails, they are the final option.
The best in television.
Nobody brings it home like HBO.
For some teams, mid-season marks the beginning of the end. They can only look forward to next year. But for the majority, it's now the end of the beginning as their races have just begun. Jim McMahon is the subject of this week's cover story as Larry Merchant goes one-on-one with one of today's most entertaining and unpredictable members of the NFL.